Hey everyone! So I know this is kind of weird that I'm doing a video this time, but I thought I would give it a try because first off, blogging takes a really long time, and I can honestly say I'm just so busy, but it's not entirely that, it's more that I'm really lazy. And when I come home from school, the last thing I want to do is type on my computer or, I don't know, creative write. So, some of my friends from Language Camp have been doing videos, and I was like, hey, that's really cool. So I think I'm going to give it a try. If anybody has any opinions on it, or is like, don't do this anymore, I don't like listening to you talk, then I can totally go back to blogging. Uh, I thought I'd just give it a try, and it'll be nice and fast, and because I haven't blogged in so long, I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks, which I'm really sorry about, but I just don't have the energy, to be honest. But yeah, if this goes well, then let me know. Also, if there's anything that you want me to talk about that I don't talk about or haven't talked about, let me know, because I have kind of a list going of ideas to talk about later in the year when I'm not doing anything exciting. So I can totally add to that. It's totally cool. So I guess we'll just dive right into it. Have a little list here of my kind of summary of the last like 3 or 4 weeks. So I'll start kind of where I left off last time. I think I blogged about the storm that happened here. And so thankfully that passed, and now it's just really cold here. Today it was -5 degrees Celsius, and because it's in Celsius, I don't really know how to measure that, as I don't know what that is equal to in Fahrenheit. So when they're like, oh gosh, it's 3 degrees today, I'm like, cool. Like, I don't know what that means. But anyway, it's cold. -5 degrees Celsius is very cold. And so every day, because I ride my bike to and from school, I wear gloves, hats, scarves, and then basically my entire outfit every day revolves entirely around how many layers I can fit underneath it. So every day I wear like pants, and then however many pairs of tights I can fit underneath, and then like layers of socks is always key. And then like shirts, like I can wear a t-shirt, but then I wear another t-shirt under it, and then a long sleeve under it, and then sweatshirt over it, because it's just so freaking cold. It's way colder than Washington, and it rains just as much, and all in all, the weather, I'm already like, where's the sun? It's not out today. It's super gray. But anyway, whatever. I'm just excited that it is becoming winter time, and maybe this year we'll get some snow. So I guess the cold is okay as long as there's snow. Like, I'm praying to all the snow gods that it comes for me this year. We'll see. Anyway, apart from that, it was also becoming Christmas time here because they don't have Thanksgiving, obviously. So, well, not obviously. Mackenzie Kitchen, every time I talk to her, she asks me, oh, so do Germans do Thanksgiving? No, Germans don't do Thanksgiving. The Pilgrims didn't sail on their little Mayflower over to Germany. No. She's like, oh, they should. Yeah, they should, but they don't. So I'm definitely missing out on that this year. But because there is no Thanksgiving, we are just jumping straight into Christmas. So I would say Christmas stuff started popping up. Like, you could buy Christmas stuff in stores in the beginning of November and mid-November. all the decorations started coming up in my town. And now my host mom, because we're having a Tupperware party tonight at our house. Ooh, Tupperware. She's putting up all the Christmas decorations in our house. So I have Christmas decorations in my room now. I have like stuff in the window, little candles and lights. I bought my first Christmas candle and Christmas candy. I've been buying lots of Christmas presents for people, and I bought really good Christmas tea. So anyway, all around, Christmas is happening. It happens early here, and I'm pretty okay with it because I love Christmas, and I think this Christmas is going to be pretty magical. Because my host family is like, we're going all out for you. Our kids don't like Christmas anymore, and they don't appreciate it, but I do, and so I'm pretty excited. What else? So anyway, back to where I left you off last time, 3 or 4 weeks ago. The thing I did on that weekend was my host family surprised me and took me to the Hamburger Dome. So in the city of Hamburg, right in the middle of the city, is just a giant, I can only think of the word in German, like parking lot. Anyway, huge. It's like a whole giant block in the city, and that's where the dome is every year, and it goes on all year, basically 2 months on, 2 months off, 2 months on, all year, and it is huge, and it was really cool, my first time ever going, and then the weather was really nice. We walked around, and it's kind of the thing to do in Hamburg when you're in Hamburg, because it's been there for a really, really long time, and so yeah, I walked through all the booths, I got some food, I had a really good bratwurst, and it's just so intense, like their level of everything is decorated, everything is like lit up all over, there's music playing, and like everything's trying to get your attention all at once. And I took some really good pictures that I'm going to try and share somehow. I don't know, maybe I'll do just a post of pictures in a little bit. Maybe not. See, maybe I'll figure out how to put pictures in this, but probably not. But anyway, the dome was really cool. I rode the Ferris wheel, and that was really cool because it was up so high I could kind of see the whole city as well as the fairgrounds. And in the spring, when my host sister is back, she's in Colombia right now, but when she comes back, then I'm going to go with her and do like the spring dome, and then I'll ride all the rides and stuff there because my host family was not so keen on going on roller coasters with me. Darn. So anyway, that was a good day. Then the next 2 weeks after that were really stressful for me because it was Klausur weeks, which basically Klausurs are like giant class tests. And so they're in a block period, so they go for 2 hours. A test for 2 hours, and yeah, they're a really big deal and like a big part of your grade. And so Germans kind of freak out about them because it's a big deal. And so I don't like them at all. There's lots of pressure, and I just wasn't super prepared for that. Or prepared for the test, obviously, because I haven't been learning a whole lot in school. I've been learning tons of German, but not exactly like key material, because I'm just listening to like sentence structure. I'm not listening to like what they're saying yet. It's hard to do both at the same time. So that was whatever. I had a math Klausur, which I did terrible on. I answered like 3 out of like 30 questions. I had geography, which I actually did pretty good on. I haven't gotten my grade back yet, but I wrote, like, I had an assignment, I read through a text, and then I wrote like a comment on it, and I wrote a whole page of German, so I felt pretty good about that. Maybe my geography teacher will be nice to me and give me a good grade. What else? My biology one, I think, went really well. Actually, I know it went really well. I got my grade back, and I only did 1 out of 3 assignments, but the one assignment that I did do, I got 11 out of 11 on. But that's probably because my biology teacher let me write it in Danglish, So what I knew in German, I could write in German, and then what I didn't, I could write in English, which was really nice because it was just nice to be like, I don't have to look through my dictionary for an hour and a half and figure out how to say this. So yeah, that went pretty well. I really like my biology teacher, and so I think biology is going to be okay for me this year because I've already taken it, so the stuff that they're doing I've kind of already learned. So it's just like remembering that stuff and like creating it in my brain again. I had a world politics as it were, which went okay. I got to write that in English because my world politics teacher is an English teacher also. And yeah, so those were my 4 clausurs, and then I did something for art and I did something for religion, like presentation projects. So those were fine. Just religion and art are not too bad. Next week I have a chemistry clausur on Monday, which I'm probably going to do terrible at, honestly, because chemistry I was never fond of. Took it last year and I got it, and I had a really good teacher, so it wasn't too bad, but here my teacher is terrible and we just read out the book all the time. That doesn't help me, and so I kind of have to teach myself. That's kind of my approach to lots of classes. Like I'll pay attention in the lesson obviously, but if I'm like I've probably got like 3 sentences out of what that was, I'll go home and like research the topic myself. So I basically discovered that you can almost teach yourself anything on YouTube. Or the internet, as long as you know where to go. So yeah, I like teach myself math stuff all the time, and it's a good place to go for biology and chemistry and geography. So I got my resources. I'm learning still. So yeah, all in all, school, it's okay. I'm getting closer to my class. I would say I have pretty close friends now, and I feel pretty welcome, pretty situated. I'm not anything special anymore. I'm just another student in class, but I'm kind of okay with that. And yeah, I would just say I'm pretty comfortable now. And it's good. It's nice making more friendships, and I feel like they're a lot stronger. I'm getting invited to more stuff now, and I actually have a social life, which is good, because I was really worried I would just sit at home all the time and like sleep or something. I don't know. So yeah, school's not too terrible. What else is on my little list? Oh yeah, it's been good in PE. My PE is a bilingual PE class, so it's taught in English and German. And I really like my PE teacher. He's really nice. And I love my class. I just love everyone in my class, and we all get along really well, and we're all pretty good at sports. And so we get to do really cool stuff because we're trying to do kind of like English sports. So we play a lot. We played like baseball was our last unit, and then on Wednesday our newest unit was football. And I'm going to blow some people's minds here, but I can throw and catch a football probably like as good or better than most of the boys I know. I played with my dad all the time since I was like little, and so when my PE teacher was like, yeah, we're starting a football unit, and everyone's like, oh, because Germans, they don't play football, so like 3 people in my class had thrown a football before. And so he's like, okay, you can start, you like throw this close, so you can start throwing together. And I start throwing, and obviously I can throw. And he's like, oh, you can throw. And so I kind of like amazed everyone. They're like, girls play it? And I was like, I don't know, I like football. So now it's fun. I got to like teach a lesson because even my PE teacher didn't really know how to throw a football. So I had to teach everyone, and that was fun. And we played some like drills that I had played, or like games that I had played before. And so now because I know how to play, like I know the basic ideas of football and how to play. Now we're gonna play flag football next weekend or next week. So I'm really excited for that. And I don't know, PE is probably one of my favorite classes. We like run and stuff too, and it's still my favorite. But just because I get to speak English and I love sports and my class is awesome, and so all in all, just a really good time. It kind of makes my week every Wednesday when I get to go. Speaking of school, today I went to school at 8:30 because on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays I go to school an hour later than everyone else. That's just my schedule because I am in gymnasium. And today, normally I would have 5 periods, so I'd get home. I'd be getting home like, I would have gotten home a half hour ago maybe. But today I got home at 11:30. So I was in school for like 2.5 hours because it takes me half hour to get home. Yeah, and all I had was geography and art, which was awesome. And I didn't have my 2 periods of German because my German teacher is sick. So it's a cool fact that when your teacher is sick in school, anytime, there's not like substitute teachers. That's not even a concept here. You just don't have class. So yeah, that's great. It's kind of like college where if they just don't show up, then you're free to go. Same with like, if your teacher doesn't show up after 10 minutes, you can leave too. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, not complaining. Came home today, helped with the decorating and cleaning the house for the party tonight. Later I'm going to go to soccer practice, and then tomorrow I have a game. Yeah, speaking of soccer, I have like practice twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays, and then I have games usually every weekend, every Saturday or every Sunday. It's freezing, but I still go. It's all outdoor. This weekend, yeah, I have a game Saturday, and then Saturday night, I'm really excited. My host sister's, she's 20, she's having kind of like a birthday party, and so it's her and all her friends and her boyfriend's friends, and we're all meeting up at her house and then going to the disco in the town. And this is my first time going to like the disco club thing. It's what they call clubs basically. And so I'm really excited, just because all the kids from my language camp, they have already gone and they have all these good stories and told me all about it, and now I'm like finally get to go. So we'll see how that goes. Oh shoot, last weekend I went to a Turkish wedding. Forgot to talk about this. And it was the craziest thing ever. There's a lot of Turkish people who've immigrated here in like the last 20 to 30 years in Germany. And so there's a pretty big population, I would say now. And so it was basically like the entire population, Turkish people in my town all went to this wedding. So there was like 500 people at this wedding. And it was in this big like ballroom area. It was really cool. It was interesting because they just danced the whole time. It was like we were there for 5 hours. And we like ate and stuff, but we just mostly sat there and watched them all dance because they have like routine dances that they do just constantly. Like they'll do one dance for like half an hour. Craziest thing. I took some videos, I took some really cool pictures, so I'll try and put those up also. But it was fun. I had really good food and I danced a little bit with my host sister, and anyway, it was just something I wanted to do. Totally like never done anything like that before. And it was weird. We were kind of like, there's probably like 10 like white German people, and then the rest were Turkish. So I was kind of like, hi, like I don't belong. I don't know anyone here. But it was really fun. What else? And the upcoming weeks, it's in a couple weeks. It's winter break, and I'm really excited because then I get to do stuff with my class. I've already made planned trips with like some of the kids in my class, my closer friends. They're going to take me a couple places over break, and I don't know, it's just Christmas time, it's magical. And then for New Year's is really big here. So I'm going to party, and yeah, all in all, I'm looking forward to all of that. As far as languages going, I would say my German is definitely coming along. It's really hard for me actually to speak English right now. I know I've like messed up a lot and said things weird, and that's just because my brain is like, oh girl, you're learning German. And so yeah, sometimes I'll be like texting or like talking, Skyping my mom or something, and like the German word comes out instead of the English, and I'm like, whoa, whoa, or I don't know, weird things like that happen where yeah, I'll just forget the English word, but I know it in German. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna come back and no one's gonna want to talk to me because my English is going to be terrible. Yeah, I would say that's a good sign though for my German that I'm definitely growing and improving. I don't know how much better my accent is getting, but sometimes when I go to places by myself and I like buy something or order food for myself or something, usually they seem pretty cool about it and don't really know that I'm an exchange student. Sometimes like that's my goal. I'll go in like I totally know what I'm doing. I just act totally German right now. I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's like a game. But yeah, I'd say it's definitely coming along. It's always tiring. My brain is constantly like, just there's like a slight throb there. But it's coming. And I go to extra classes every Monday just for German. But it's weird. It's learning German in German. But my teacher is from Spain. So she has a really weird accent, and so it's kind of hard. But I think I am learning. I'm definitely learning more grammar in school and stuff. I'm learning like slang and like, conversational, and in my classes, I'm learning more grammar and like exactly how things are and why they are. So that's going good because my host family can't ever really help me with that because they don't speak any English and they don't really know why things are the way they are. Like, I'll try and, like, they'll say something to me and I'll answer and they're like, no, that's wrong. And they'll tell me, the right way to say it. And then I'm like, why is that? And they're like, that's just because. So it's not super helpful, but I'd say whatever, I'm getting used to it. And I've definitely gotten used to my family and living here. And I would say, for the most part, I don't know, my life seems pretty normal now. Like, I'm not even like weirded out that I'm in Germany, but every morning I wake up and I'm just like, yeah, this is basically life. I've been here for like almost 4 months now. It's crazy. And so, yeah, totally settled. Definitely still feel homesick at times, but I'd say for the most part, it hasn't really affected me a whole lot. I'm just keeping on, and staying in contact. Like, not too much contact, but enough contact to be like, to feel good. And I still have a home to go back to and friends and family. So, yeah, all in all, doing well. So anyway, I've been blabbing for 23 minutes, so I think it is time to go. So yeah, let me know if this was good or if I should go back to vlogging. I'm sure my thoughts will be a lot more organized there because this is just me going bleh. But it's also way faster. So yeah, let me know. I hope everyone has a super good Thanksgiving and eats like so much pumpkin pie and turkey and stuffing for me because I'm missing out this year. But anyway, until next time, I love and miss you all. And I am alive and well and not too fat. So, yeah, I guess until next time, talk to you later. Mwah.